figure this out. Okay, so underneath here, oh, I can show you this. I took all the vanity cover off here, took out my subwoofer, and you can see all of the carbons. All of that hard work I put into putting in the rear seat delete kit to make it look nice back there, that's gone also. Yeah, so that plus the passenger seat is 103 pounds. And I still have a bunch of other things I want to take off. So this is the dog bone. And it does look like he sent it with other dog bones. So that's a torque tool. Let's see here. So this is a T30. Not very tight. I'm surprised by how loose they were actually. Obviously I don't want to drop this on my car. So now we're going to have to close it. Again, so one of the big benefits of going with the Archetype, besides it being by far the best looking product, is if you have an R, it comes pre-drilled, exact same format as your R. So if you have a regular 350, I'm not sure. You probably have to drill. But what a lot of guys do is they just go buy a used trunk lid and you know, they buy a used one and drill holes in that one and just buy some rubber plugs or plastic plugs too. Okay, let's get the other side looser. So there's a third screw. I wasn't sure about that. You have to take out, I'm gonna have to move camera angles around. Take out this guy. I'm just gonna toss those in there. All right, so we're gonna try this. You won't see this, but I've got fishing line. I pinged Curtis. He's the owner, creator of Archetype Racing, and I asked him what the trick is to break that seal. It's like one of the, you know, that foamy double-sided sticky tape, I guess. Oh, I did that one right. The other one I did wrong. He said just run fishing line under it. So we'll try that. try this again. See how there's like these tubes on the end? The bolts insert up into that because those tubes insert through the dog bones. So close. So you know, the R is a custom part. It's not in the Ford's parts catalog. These are hand drilled at the factory, so there's going to be some variation in every car, I think. Very close. Oh, look at that. Look how nice that looks. Nice and tight. Okay, so now the dog bone goes on. So I think that that washer, maybe he gave that to me just as a, hey, in case you need it for a spacer. I just realized I want to do blue Loctite. I don't know. All right, this is bigger than the hole I'm putting it through, so problematic. Gonna have to push a little harder. Almost there. Definitely passes through. Okay, we're still just fitting. I'm not going to tighten anything down yet. So I don't know if I said this earlier, but the R wing is not even in the parts catalog. They custom drill these out. Someone in the Ford shop drills them out. That's why there's just a little difference between car to car on where these holes are. And I mean, we're probably talking 1/8 inch one way or another. So I think it would be impossible for Curtis and Archetype Racing to nail it perfect, considering that these are custom drilled by a dude. So anyways, just a little modification is all it takes. Now, like I said before, I'm not putting that one in yet because it's got a pretty tricky maneuver you got to do. I'm just using this to get the airfoil on, and then we'll attempt that guy last because I'll be blue Loctiting it. I lied. It was in the trunk. I thought I was out. It's so this guy's a T30. Anyway, so now I can come over here and grab thing is so awesome. It doesn't weigh anything. Like, look how substantially thick that is, and it just doesn't weigh anything. So to make sure I get it right, Archetype Racing is to be seen from the rear. I've got a little thing to polish up there. But look how nice that carbon looks. This looks awesome. We're going to hand for these right now. Oh, okay. I want to be real careful. Well, this is a good sign. Looks like things going to be a little tight. Oh, man, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. This makes me so happy. I was worried that with modifications to these would not. Now, because I know I'm just going for modify things, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do a couple of things. Now, this on the side. I'll see how ready it is. Might have a little bit. I'm holding this whole entire. I'm not doing that. I'm going to wait. Every time you hang in, and have a place, once you're time, you'll walk out. See these guys kind of sticking up. I assume that's their feet. I want to loosen the feet a little bit. Careful not to roll that one. That would not be good. Oh, I think you got a different one. Screw this. Because everyone screws it, it's still dark. You have to be a little bit right. I think you're that right. I need to put some light in for the bottom there. Right, so I'm not going to see a distortion. My guidance to do is to do I did test stream this Saturday, so what I want to do is not finish this video until I'm testing, and I'm going to get around 20 degrees I'm putting in to balance the car out. Such a good piece. Do you want a Mustang? Oh, you have a gut. I'm bouncing the wing on my gut. We're going to take some nice line shots. And then put some real world results. I'm actually hoping that with just this improvement in aero using my test tires, I'll be able to beat my personal best. But that's what I hear from most people. This is a significant improvement. Overall. I'm going to take my own time and blue up there. I'm going to type the back one first because it has a little radius up here. This is the size. This appears a little bit smoother. Okay, that's tight. It feels like I want to kung fu crank these, just hand snug, but pretty firm. I'm saying I'm doing like 30 foot pounds. Maybe my screws that might turn me loose up. Make sure. So I'm going to glue off that side, but I just need to check, make sure. We're doing it. Just try to hold it, don't lift it around anymore. It is. Oh, it's not super solid. Right, so you want to let's see what we got here. Try not to walk out of it. There's just not much there. All right, I'll try to make sense of this. See how you have that post? It's better like that maybe. You have that post that you need to thread into, but this washer needs to seal against the hood because it's a rubberized grommet that needs to go around that post. And then this one also needs to go around the post as a spacer. And then this pretty small screw. I wish there was more meat on all the hardware, but you know, I can also see what tolerances he's dealing with is not easy. So anyways, there's that. So I obviously can't do it this way because I'll drop the pieces inside the trunk and that would make me scream and cry. So you have to close the trunk most of the way and try to do it kind of just by feel. So let's see if I can, you know I'm not going to be able to show you really what's going on, but I'll try a little bit. And I have to try and get the Loctite on at the same time. This is not going to be easy. So it goes like this, spacer, and then this guy like so. And I'm going to put it on this and try to get everything to jiggle, kind of jiggle it around up onto the post. I'm tempted to put a piece of tape or something to make that so it doesn't fall off. And it's on there pretty good. I'm gonna try that. One sec. Never mind, my Gorilla Tape is not sticking. Yeah, I could stick a piece of like glue it on there. So I've got some Loctite on it. And it's gonna have to go a little up because I can't reach it right here. Oh, God, the trunk's heavy now. Oh man. Oh man. I need to see somehow. Shit. All right, I'm taking a break because I'm tired, but I want to put these end plates on because those are going to be easy. All right, check these out. They're completely closed, formed all the way around. So nice. They weigh nothing. The AR's on the inside of the glass. It's just awesome. Now these guys, I'm not going to Loctite them. Let's see, is this a good view? I'm not going to Loctite these because I'll probably be adjusting them. Once I find the degrees I like, I'll probably Loctite them. Just don't want to lose hardware. This is nice hardware that probably isn't super easy to find. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. Sometimes I've found, oh, these are long too, that's nice. This one in first. It's a little tight in the carbon, just need to loosen up. There's no spacers for this, is there? Or I mean rubber, okay. I'm glad that he has embedded threads. It's not like you're threading into plastic that's just going to wear out. I'm going to set the degrees too on before I take a break. I'm going to go with 4 degrees. He says 2 to 3 degrees is probably about right, but I'm intentionally going to do 4 because if I feel understeer, what the? Okay, that's not what I expected. Am I doing this backwards? Oh, shoot. Okay, I did that backwards. These are so incredibly light, it's kind of amazing. You guys that have played with a lot of carbon already know, of course. I haven't. The only other carbon I've ever played with was the splitter from Archetype. By the way, I am going to have to buy a more aggressive splitter in the future because my speed plans are to get faster and faster, and more aero will help. Because now I have enough wing, I can do a lot more splitter. This wing is way more capable than my splitter is able to do right now. I mean, right there it looks like it's in alignment. Actually, are you supposed to go like this and align it with this? You probably are, huh? But let me set the degrees first. But check that out. That looks so badass. Definitely looks like a real race car now. No more faking it. No problem shutting the hood now. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you adjust the degrees on this wing. It's really awesome. Most wings, and it's not a problem. I intentionally wanted a wing that was more pretty, more stylized for the car. Just because it is a GT350R, I wanted to make it look a little nicer than a lot of the race wings do out there. But the nice thing is this also comes with this, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a cam, and you get your own CNC'd custom nut to adjust the degrees. And then let me show you this. I'm gonna have to take it off of here to show you. Actually, let's do this. Can you see the degrees on the inner edge there near that arrow? So it's in degree 1 right now. And so you just use that cam right there, loosen it up on both sides, move it up to where you want. I'm gonna go 3 clicks, I'm gonna actually try 4 clicks up, and I'm gonna test that out in the morning on Saturday. If the car is understeering mega, then I know I've got too much downforce on the rear. Now I wonder if it's like reverse threaded or something. Wouldn't surprise me. Oh no. And I want to hold it. Check that out. Look how nice that moves. It kind of stays where you put it. Okay, this one's on 4. Definitely doesn't require a lot of. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is awesome. My eyes aren't quite good enough for that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 4 degrees. As you can see, that's actually quite a bit of angle, and it's probably too much. And I believe that's true. It's probably too much. You can see a little ripple in it. I decided to go with the gloss. I'm sure the matte hides some of that. You know, the forming of the carbon. It's you know, a bit of a, I don't know if they vacuum form it or how they did this one, but most I've seen is some sort of vacuum forming. But look how killer that looks. Now I'm going to align these. to do this. I have a feeling I'm going to understeer like crazy. But I do have a lot of downforce on the front end, so I may find myself super happy with 4 degrees. But I can already tell that being, it's more effective the higher up you come off of the car because of the air, I don't know, adhesion that sticks to the car. It's less effective. I'm not sure if I said that right, but that's the way I understand it. I have a feeling I'll be coming down. But you can see how I could add a lot more splitter now, increase my downforce. Obviously that would impact my power. But if you can corner faster, the power is less important. Moving every time let me tighten this one up, maybe that'll help. Oh yeah, that'll help. This thing is sexy though. If I were building a raw native race car, this might be too expensive and too nice actually. But where I wanted it to look good on the Shelby, you know, I think it's a good deal. Whew. That is up there, isn't it? Oh, here, for the sitting behind. Right now only Miatas could see that. It's too low. But that's the effect from behind. You get that Archetype Racing. Very cool. All right, now I'm doing this combo. T25 Now I'm bumping the spacer just so it goes through the middle. Need to get that through the center of both of those and around that post. Just gotta be patient on that one. It balances well on the top of a torque. T20 torque. It balances well in there. I'll see if I can show what it looks like inside. But you can see that's how you do it. Oh, I got it. And when it gets tight, you gotta bump the washers around. Little hard to see up in there. And just get it as hand tight as you can. Now I am going to check these fairly frequently to make sure things are staying tight. So I plan on bringing this T20, a small level, and that sun nut to the track with me tomorrow so I can make adjustments. I can even do it in hot pits. Luckily tomorrow we don't have a lot of people coming. It's kind of an in-between session. Oh. These just tighten this bolt right before it strips. Just go right up into where it's about to strip and then stop. That's good. You don't want to go too tight on these. They'll deform the carbon a little on the slot side. But I don't want it to move around either. All right, there we go. All right, I'm gonna try to do a post summary of this install. I mean, if you use the, I don't know, 3 wrench idea of difficulty, this is not even a 1 wrench. It was super simple. There's just one screw hole that requires a little patience, and that is this one right here. There's 3 mount spots, but this position right here, you got to go. You got to use a step out bit to increase the size of the hole, and you got to hold things a little careful just to get everything aligned and screwed on. But this install was a piece of cake. This is, it's designed specifically for the R, so it's using the R holes. If you have a non-R, I think the holes, there's holes in different places. So you would probably have to be drilling out these holes for this wing. The other thing is this, okay, let me see if I can show this. The R wing, according to Curtis, and I believe him after seeing it, the R wing is not in the Ford catalog. It's not, these holes were not drilled at the factory by a robot. Well, this one probably was. But these holes were hand drilled, and it was obvious because there was a little bit of difference from left to right. And they had that hand drilled unclean look to them. So I had to open up the size of these holes a little bit so that the posts for the uprights would go down in. But I mean, that was an easy modification. Anyone who's done any kind of fitting at all, it's a piece of cake. What I strive to do is I strive to make it so that when all said and done, that this lined up pretty well. You can see this edge here. You want it to line up pretty well with the edge of the trunk. I did that while I was enlarging those holes a little bit. I made sure that I enlarged them so that things came out straight on that edge. Okay, and the nice thing is I was a little worried that once you mount these screws into the airfoil itself, that by doing my own adjustment down here that these screws wouldn't line up, but there is enough movement and play in the uprights. So before tightening these down, you want these screwed in the sides basically. Don't put this one in yet, but put these the side screws in just hand tight, just so you can still bump things around on both sides. Then do your uprights, get these in, and as long as you're down in these posts are in the trunk lid, it was okay to tighten these up. And I did put Loctite on everything because this car vibrates like hell, as you know, and I just don't want it to come loose. In fact, I have to fix a bunch of splitter, the delignate or delignate wood things. I need to tighten those up. Anyways, this was really easy to install, especially for a GT350R. Some custom required. Some people are buying carbon trunks and then just custom drilling them because they come with no holes, so you could do that. I haven't gone with a carbon trunk yet. Maybe someday, but not right now. And then you just, these are easy to put on. You get your wing angle set, and you just put a level on here and balance those. The very best part of this whole system, besides its looks, is the speed of adjustment. Like, that's awesome. I see guys at the track all the time doing 4 bolts. 4 bolts doesn't sound like a lot, but there's like 12 holes, and they have to keep track of which holes they're moving things to get the degrees they want. And this wing has plenty of downforce for where my car is at right now. And you can see I'm probably going to end up 3 to 4 degrees. Like, I've got 12 degrees I can move this to. Right now, obviously, if I crank that all the way up to the top position, this car would understeer like a bus. So I don't have enough downforce yet to counteract that. I do have, I can't remember the name of my splitter. It's also from Archetype Racing. Geez, is it called the Evolution? Evo 4, that sounds right. So it's, you know, more aggressive than the arrow I have from the factory, of course. That's the edge of the factory splitter there. I also added hood vents that increased downforce some also. I couldn't tell you the numbers. Anyway, so those combined. I have also got some rake in the car, the front and the rear. There is a slight rake in the setup of the car. Anyways, 3 to 4 degrees should be fine for this splitter. But I'm going to go out there, and if I'm not understeering, I'm going to keep going up until I start feeling the car understeering. Then I'll know my ranges. Like if I'm on the short track where it's a lot of curves and not a lot of straights, I may go to the max angle of attack. But if we're doing the full track where I have the straight that's, you know, you can get to 145 on, I may go to less wing angle just to kind of split the difference between having better cornering speed and also track speed, you know, front line, what am I trying to say? Straight line speed on the straightaways. However, this wing is also designed, it's designed not to have a lot of drag, right? So it's very efficient, it's low drag, it's a gorgeous, I mean, part of the reason I bought this is I knew it was ample wing for where I'm taking this car. Sorry, I keep kicking my post. Also, I love the look of the Swan neck because, you know, that's kind of in vogue right now. And it's a good looking wing too, where some of the other wings on the market, you know, they look like race car wings for sure, and they're very effective, but I wanted something with a little more style to it also. Just for when I do sell this car someday, it didn't ruin the overall appearance of the car. In fact, it improved it. So anyways, some glamour shots to come from the track session I'm going to be doing tomorrow. It's going to be 100 degrees all day, but man, it's going to be awesome. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. These videos are fun for me to make. I just do it for fun. Hopefully they're helpful to guys that are going down the same route I am. Anyways, if you like the stuff I'm doing, please come back, okay? I'm trying to grow my audience and keep doing it. So I've got how-to videos. I have like 4 videos in the hopper right now that I just haven't produced. So I'm gonna get those done. It's the hood vents, the roll bar, and a lot of roll bar videos are out there, but I did the rear seat delete kit that makes things look really nice, and that's not an easy thing to get right. Anyways, in that video I show you how to cut this rear seat delete kit to be perfect, because mine turned out perfect. I had to really spend a lot of time on figuring out how to do that, so that's coming. I've got another one too, like how I made my custom air box so that water doesn't get in it when I'm at the track.